Welcome to the Silicon Mythos, where we uncover the mysteries of history and mythology. Today, we delve into one of the most enduring tales of all time, the story of King Arthur. Legend tells of a brave knight who united Britain and defended its people from invaders. But was King Arthur a real person, or merely a creation of our collective imagination? We'll explore the evidence from ancient texts to modern archaeology to uncover the truth behind this legendary king. In the heart of medieval Britain, among the dense forests and rolling hills, we find our first clue. The legends speak of a young Arthur, the son of Uther Pendragon, who was conceived through an act of sorcery. The tale of his birth is both miraculous and tragic, setting the stage for a future that would test the boundaries of reality. Could this ancient story hold any truth, or is it merely a figment of a bygone era's imagination? Historians and mythologists alike have long debated the existence of King Arthur. Some argue that his story was inspired by actual events and real people. The earliest accounts, such as Geoffrey of Monmouth's Historia Regum Britanniae, offer tantalizing glimpses of a warrior king who led the Britons against the Saxons. Yet these accounts are often dismissed as fanciful, and the absence of concrete historical records leaves us with more questions than answers. Archaeologists have long searched for evidence of King Arthur's existence, with some notable finds suggesting that he may have been a real figure. Sites like Tintagel Castle, where the legend of Arthur's birth is based, have provided artifacts and structures that could date back to the 5th and 6th centuries. However, these discoveries are often met with skepticism, as they lack conclusive proof and are subject to multiple interpretations. In the annals of history, Arthur's name is often associated with the Round Table and the Knights of the Round Table. These legendary figures, such as Lancelot and Galahad, have become symbols of chivalry and honor. But what if these stories were rooted in something more? Could the Round Table be a metaphor for a council of leaders who united Britain in a time of crisis? Or was it a mere fabrication meant to inspire future generations? As we conclude our journey into the myth and reality of King Arthur, one thing becomes clear. The story of this legendary king is far from settled. Whether he was a historical figure or a purely mythical creation, King Arthur has left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. His tale continues to captivate us, reminding us of the power of storytelling and the enduring human desire to find heroes and legends in our past. In the misty forests and rugged landscapes of ancient Britain, a legend whispers through the ages, a tale of a mighty king and his noble knights. The stories tell of a time when Arthur, the once and future king, wielded the legendary Excalibur, and the Round Table gathered the best warriors Britain had ever known. These tales, while rich in imagination, also hint at a possible historical figure, whose life may have been woven into the fabric of the myths. Scholars and historians have long debated the existence of King Arthur, with evidence pointing in both directions. Some argue that the name Arthur is derived from Celtic myths, suggesting a mythical origin. Others point to archaeological findings, such as the ruins of Tintagel Castle, which may have inspired the Arthurian legends. The debate rages on, fueled by a mix of historical evidence and poetic storytelling. The Arthurian myths are deeply intertwined with British history and culture. They symbolize a time of unity and heroism, where the people of Britain faced their enemies with valor and wisdom. The tales of King Arthur are not just stories of chivalry and romance, but they are also a mirror of the societal values and fears of the time, making them a fascinating subject for historians and mythologists alike. Recent archaeological discoveries have shed new light on the life of King Arthur. Excavations at Cadbury Castle revealed structures that date back to the 5th and 6th centuries, coinciding with the period when the Arthurian legends are set. These findings, while not definitive proof, add a layer of historical context to the myths, suggesting that there might have been a real person at the heart of the legend. The search for the historical King Arthur is an ongoing quest, driven by a desire to connect with our past and understand the roots of our national identity. Whether he was a myth or a man, the story of Arthur and his knights continues to inspire us, reminding us of the importance of unity, honor, and the enduring power of the human spirit. the legend of King Arthur lives on, a testament to the human desire for heroes and the unbreakable bond between story and history. In the end, the truth of King Arthur's existence may remain forever shrouded in the mists of time. But his legend lives on, a powerful symbol of our shared history and the enduring human spirit. The tale of Arthur and his knights continues to captivate us, reminding us of the power of storytelling and the timeless appeal of heroes and legends. As we explore the myths and historical evidence, we are drawn into a world where truth and fiction blend, leaving us to wonder, was King Arthur real, or is he simply a creation of our collective imagination? As tales of Camelot and the Round Table have captivated the world for centuries, historians and archaeologists have been searching for evidence that could confirm the existence of King Arthur. Recent discoveries, such as the Staffordshire Hoard and the Sutton Hoo burial, have offered tantalizing clues that suggest a possible historical basis for the legend. Yet, the evidence remains fragmentary and often open to interpretation. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the 9th century text, Historia Regum Britanniae, where Geoffrey of Monmouth claims to have compiled the stories from various manuscripts. While scholars debate the reliability of his work, it marks the first appearance of King Arthur in recorded history. The narrative weaves through ancient British and Celtic legends, painting a vivid picture of a warrior king leading his knights in battle. Another intriguing piece of evidence is the presence of the Holy Grail in Arthurian legend. The Grail has been associated with various locations, including Glastonbury, which claims to have a connection to King Arthur's burial site. Local folklore and archaeological findings, such as the Glastonbury Tor, offer a mystical backdrop to the legend, blending historical significance with spiritual mysticism. The legend of the sword Excalibur, said to have been wielded by King Arthur, adds another layer of intrigue. The sword, according to the myth, was forged by the wizard Merlin and bestowed upon Arthur by the Lady of the Lake. This tale has inspired countless depictions in literature and art, yet its historical basis remains elusive, leaving the true nature of Excalibur shrouded in mystery. Despite the allure of these stories, the historical evidence for King Arthur remains contentious. Some argue that the tales of Camelot and Arthur are a reflection of the political and social landscape of the Dark Ages, while others see them as the remnants of a forgotten king who once ruled over a unified Britain. The debate continues, with scholars and enthusiasts alike contributing to the ongoing discussion. In the end, the question of whether King Arthur was real or merely a creation of medieval imagination may never be fully answered. The allure of the legend, however, lies in its ability to inspire and captivate, offering a glimpse into the human desire for heroism, chivalry, and the enduring quest for justice and honor. Whether fact or fiction, the tales of King Arthur continue to resonate with audiences across the globe. As we look beyond the legends, consider this. If King Arthur was real, what would his legacy have been like? Imagine a landscape where the tales of Camelot and Lancelot's honor were not just stories, but part of the fabric of a thriving civilization. How would history have unfolded differently with a leader who embodied justice, compassion, and the ideals of knighthood? But if Arthur was a myth, what does this say about the human psyche? Our craving for a hero who embodies the best of human virtues, the noble warrior who seeks to protect the weak, and the unyielding quest for righteousness. This longing, perhaps, is not about the past, but about our present and future as we continue to seek solace and guidance in these timeless tales. In the end, whether King Arthur was real or a fabrication of time and imagination, his story has inspired countless artists, writers, and thinkers. His name has become a symbol of chivalry and honor, a beacon of hope and justice. So in the grand tapestry of history, does it matter if Arthur was a king or a legend? The truth is, his legacy lives on in our hearts and minds, a testament to the power of storytelling. And so we are left with the enduring question, what is the true nature of history? Can facts and fiction be separated, or do the stories we tell shape our understanding of the past? As we delve into the myths and legends of King Arthur, we uncover not just a story, but a mirror to our own hopes and fears, our dreams and desires for a better world. In conclusion, the question of whether King Arthur was real or a legend may never be fully answered. But his story, like a great symphony, continues to play in our minds and hearts. Whether he was a king or a character, his tale resonates with us, reminding us of the power of storytelling and the timeless themes of heroism, justice, and the pursuit of a better world. So as we close this exploration, remember that whether Arthur existed or not, his story is our story. It is a part of the fabric of our collective history and the inspiration for our dreams. In the end, the legend of King Arthur is not about him, but about us, and the stories we tell about who we want to be.